All right, let's see. Are we live on platform? Give me a second. What's going on here? Something's going on. Yeah, I think we're live on every platform. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Kick. We are live on YouTube as well. Um, and yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but we got to customize this and edit monetization as well. All right. Yeah, we got 7 people on TikTok. We got about 6 people on YouTube so far. And I don't know how many people on YouTube, on Kick or Twitch. But how are you guys doing today? It says we got about 5 people on Twitch. Hello, Matthew. Why go why go crypto down? Or why is crypto down today? There's no well, first, I haven't looked into if there is a rhyme or reason, but typically it's just the ebbs and flows to the market, right? You're going to see the crypto market that makes bigger moves on occasion, but then you're going to see 1% down to 1% up days, and that's what we are seeing right now, right? Where we're 1.09% down on the day. It is in the last 24 hours. It is down to a $1.17 trillion market cap instead of the $1.2 trillion market cap that we have seen. For the last few days, we've been seeing it hover between 1.19 and 1.2 trillion dollar market cap. We would love to see it grow a lot further than that, but really it's within that kind of you see those little consolidation phases as you see an increase from just a $1 trillion market cap up to a $1.2 trillion market cap. So you see that increase, and now you have that little consolidation phase, unless we have some sort of damning negative news that could bring the market down. And then that'll obviously create something a little bit different. Thank you for following Mega Trobe something. I can't see the rest of that. Also, thank you for following Alberto. Is it Alberto or Albert? It's all together. But thank you for following. I appreciate it. Is this going to be about affiliate marketing, crypto, or life insurance? I don't think so. No, not at all. But it will be about just crypto in general. It won't be about affiliate marketing in any way. I mean, I do have affiliate marketing in some form or fashion on my YouTube channel, but you'll probably hear that maybe like once or twice throughout the video. I put $1,000 in Lunic. If you believe in something, I can't. I don't even know where that was. 1,000 pounds in Lunic. If you believe, put. So you want me to put more money into it? So the point is that the point of investing, right? It's not about how much you believe in it, because I could throw tens of thousands of dollars into a project if you want to sit here and be like, hey, if you truly believe in it. The point that we're seeing here is that I definitely believe in it, right? I put $40 into Lunic and it's currently at $5,000, right? And I've already profited $4,800 from it. So if I'm seeing, that much profit from a $40 investment, why would you risk putting more money into there and increasing the potential to not gain as much? You're going to gain a lot if you truly believe in it to go so far. but that gives me the room to put it somewhere else, while other people invested at a higher point. This gives me the room to invest somewhere else, knowing that I only invested $43 here and it turned into something a lot bigger. Now, I was trying to invest $500 into the project. And if I would have been at a level of $300,000 by now. Um, but my bank wouldn't let me invest into it. So I want to live with what there is in here, um, and gain a higher percentage, right? I care about that percentage gain. Um, Not saying more than the money that you can gain from it, but I do care about that percentage gain a lot. So I understand where you're coming from. Like, hey, put in so much more. If you truly believe in it, why would you only put in $40? Um, it's to prove a point, really. Um, you can invest with a small amount of money and make a hell of a lot of money if you're investing in the right places, if you find the right opportunity. And that's what I did. $43 turned it into something way bigger. Guys, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got 24 people that are here on YouTube, which is you know, pretty low for the first 6 minutes. I do appreciate the people that are here. And if you haven't had a chance to hit that like button, please do so. At least stocks are tied to businesses' value and it's real stuff, and produces goods for society. Um, so are you saying that crypto doesn't provide any value? Is that what you're saying? Right now, I would agree with you. I would agree with you that crypto does not provide value at all in any cases. The only value that it would provide right now is the fact that if you're trying to transfer a large amount of money or you get stopped by banks, you have that kind of freedom to do whatever you want with your own money rather than you being questioned 7,000 times in order to take out $10,000 from the bank, right? So you take out $100,000 and you have to wait like 5 business days for them to gather the amount of money, and then they also question you to see if you're being held at gunpoint or whatever, right? Which is a form of safety, right? Um, but if it sucks if you're trying to use that $100,000 in a certain time frame, um, you get held up. So it has that form right there, but we know that within the future, everything's becoming digital, and the way we even see a lot of things, it's all based on some sort of digital currency, especially when you talk about gaming, which is a huge industry, right? Where everything that you play has some sort of virtual currency. So if you're looking at, like, say, NBA 2K, they have their virtual currency, their VC. You look at all of these apps that you have. You use money to buy coins for like Pokemon Go or whatever. You use money to buy some sort of currency in Assassin's Creed, right? So especially in the gaming industry, there's a lot of different coins, and whatever their currency is that you're purchasing, and eventually that will turn into a cryptocurrency that you're using, as well as understanding virtual real estate. We have physical real estate, but understanding where virtual real estate is, it will be bought and sold by a certain cryptocurrency or multiple cryptocurrencies. So if you have a property, if you have a popular area, let's say they create a virtual strip mall, right? And you have a bunch of different businesses and you want to put your business right there, you would buy a lot, you would put your business, and it would be an online business so that a lot of people end up visiting and seeing what that business is. They go shopping, they buy whatever they need. It's just like going to the actual mall, but in virtual reality. So it's it's something that um, definitely will have a use case in the future, not only for the gaming space, not only for the real estate space, but also just being able to use it as a form of currency that won't need to be transferred to another fiat currency, right? If you're trading, like if you're over, let's say if you're in DR, right? And you don't want to use the physical dollar, you don't want to transfer from the dollar to the peso, I believe, right? So if you don't want to trade transfer over to that, right, you're now using your cryptocurrency in order to pay for whatever. and it's not going to cost you a hell of a lot to do so. Also, the transaction fees may be a lot lower at that time. So understand that cryptocurrency, it can have its value, but right now, yeah, I agree with you. It doesn't really have a massive use case in the world, and businesses at least have, like, the businesses, they have the sale of a product, right? They sell something, they get something in return, they get their cash in return, you get your product in return, and both sides are satisfied, right? Um, so, guys, again, we have 31 people. We have 12 likes. Guys, hit that like button. Uh, Thank you for calling that out. For some reason, it didn't type the other word. So the title is "Would You Trust It?" Thank you for calling that out. FTX planning to relaunch the exchange. Would you it? What the title mean? David, thank you for it's "Would You Trust It?" I appreciate it. Did you hear about Biden signing documents for USD? To be a crypto. I did not hear about that, but I know the government is always looking to be in, not always looking to be in the crypto space, but at least trying to control the crypto space as best as they can. Because if they can control it by the most used cryptocurrency as well as the most transferable, fiat currency, then that's what their plan is. That's what their concern is. I would think. Um, if I could change this title for some reason. Um, I don't know if I could change the one that I'm already on for Twitch. I think it can. Hello, Matt. Good morning. Let's moon. I would love it. Matt, when you get rich off Ludic, are you going to retire from content or keep going? So, um, when I get when I get rich off of Ludic, um, so no, if I make a hefty amount of money with Lunic, I'm not going to retire from making content. I still make content today, and all I do is put a lot of my money into long-term accounts. So no, I I won't do that. And most likely I will find another long-term account to put that money into as well, or majority of that money into, but then have a lot that's set aside for maybe doing the things that I probably should do with the money that I have there. I always put it into like long-term retirement accounts when I probably should be taking that to pay off my like student loans and all of that stuff, but I'm end up paying the interest on the student loan. So I should probably um, fight that. I've been hoping that a portion of those student loans will be wiped away, so that's why I've been kind of holding off on doing that. But I should probably end up doing that once things really go live there. So, um, to answer the question, no. Guys, if you want to follow me on Kick, we have 54 followers over on Kick, and we have 7 viewers right now. I appreciate you guys for watching. But if you guys want to go to Kick, be a part of the first 75 that's going to be entered to win 50 B&B, feel free to go over to Kick. I'll send you guys the link. Give me a sec. I'll send you guys the link to my Kick channel. um, $50 worth of B&B, not 50 B&B. Sorry. I don't know what's going on there. There's like hearts that are flowing up like it's a live stream from like TikTok or something. Pin message. All right, perfect. So there's multiple processes to repegging, right? There's the incremental repeg to where you would do it cent by cent, and as you have certain strength at certain levels, you would have that ability to increase when it comes to Terra Luna Classic. But also, there's other areas or other ways to repeg. It's just none of them have really been discussed because it involves a lot of money. Now, the thought process in the beginning was to decrease the supply so much that you would be at such a high price for Terra Luna Classic where you would remint and you would still have the burning that's turned on at that time, but you would remint and then you would take a lot of that dollar figure, the amount, and throw it over in the US in USTC. Now, um, that would be good and bad. The way that you do it could be good if you decide to hold it and know that you have the funds in order to repeg whatever the max's amount or the max is there. So if you're looking at a $250 million market cap for USTC and you have $10 billion to really cover, if you hold $10 billion or 10 billion coins, which would be $10 billion to cover to get to a dollar, you would hold $10 billion in there. Now that would be a lot, right? But you can find a way to get to that point if you do have a certain amount of uh, Terra Luna Classic or whatever we're at. Now you also have other ways to where you can consistently fund the repeg, but the process can be complicated unless we have something that's standard that's happening like right now, which it's not. So it's not 100% confirmed that we are doing or going that route. So, come on, Matt. Chill that Caspa. Yo, Caspa. I'm not the biggest fan of Caspa. Well, I can't say not the biggest fan. I looked into it. I saw the potential. But seeing any type of increase that it did have, I don't know where it's at now, but seeing any type of increase that it did have, um, made me kind of take a step back and not want to get into it because, if it's up so much, you're putting yourself at risk, rather than being at the lows, right? They are concerned with unregulated investments in crypto. Of course, they are concerned with unregulated investments. Because if they regulate everything, then they have a chance to control everything. They put all their money into everything. Now they could still control it in a way by investing a heavy amount into it and owning the largest portion of it, kind of like what institutions do with stocks, where they own 70% of a stock. Um, but the ones that aren't owned 70% by institutions, they try and short the hell out of it and really um, you know make retail traders lose in any situation that they can. Something like an AMC, right, where it's majority held by retail investors, but you have institutions and you have different firms that are shorting the hell out of it because of the fact that it's retail traders that will end up winning in the end, and they don't want that. They want all the money to flow back into institutions and big businesses and big money and all of that. So they want control, and it's not about just having simple, it's not about having like a mass amount of regulation. Yeah, regulation is important to be able to regulate what is a good cryptocurrency and what's a bad cryptocurrency. That would be fantastic. And what Binance is kind of doing with their innovation zone, it's a different story, right? They have their innovation zone putting things in there to say, hey, these are not really looking like they're up to par. And if they don't find a way to innovate, they don't find a way to create and turn a new leaf, I would say, then they're going to be delisted. So that's always a form of regulation there, and that's really the limit that we should see with regulation. Same way you see uh this sorry, I was reading something. Same way you see like penny stocks and different companies that are within the stock market, right? You have um Aerotine, right? I don't know what Aerotine is and if it was successful at all, but you have penny stocks and businesses that are really in the startup phase, but they're looking for investors, looking for investments into it. Some of them might not be as legit as you would believe they are. Um, but people aren't sitting there and saying, "Oh, well, everything else is a scam in the stock market because of that." Because they have to be listed on they have to be listed certain places in order to be considered legit to a lot of people. You know. Sorry. Collecting $5 a month from Brave Browser and have been getting free XRP. That's fantastic if that's really the case. How do you really feel about XRP? Do you hold it back? So yeah, I do hold XRP. I don't know. I would still have to log in if I go over here. I'm going to show you guys my screen. I'm not on my screen, but I will show you in a little bit. So I did show XRP. I have 1,788. So it's not considered like a huge bag. I know people hold a lot more, but I don't generally go when I go all in. I go all in with the amount of money that I have to invest like on that day. Not all in with like taking my entire portfolio and liquidating it and throwing it into XRP or throwing it into whatever. So yeah, I hold XRP. You go SMS. It says trust this computer for 30 days, but then it doesn't freaking trust it for 30 days. I literally just logged in yesterday. It's dumb. Sometimes it's dumb. A lot of times it is. All right, so I currently hold 1,788 XRP in KuCoin, which is about $850 worth. So it's not a crazy amount. It's way more than I invested in Pepe, way more than I invested into Lunic from the beginning, but it's just Lunic just has more value right now. Catch you later, Matt. Have a nice show. Regards. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks, Matt. Still a big fan of Elmo? Yeah, I'm still a big fan of Elmo. Absolutely. I still hold my Elmo. I still talk to them about what they're doing. Yeah, I'm still a big fan of Elmo. It's just a lot of other things have, um, come up, and I've been creating videos on those, especially with Jasmine Coin yesterday. Um, do you feel like they may make something in crypto like the stock market where crypto has to hold a certain value or being taken off the market totally? So this is the thing about cryptocurrency, right? You have these major exchanges that you are trading on, but those are the markets. That's what's interesting, right? You're looking at when you look at the stock market, you have um these areas to where you're listed on the Nasdaq, right? And the areas where you're taken seriously, but it's only a select few, right? But then you have crypto exchanges where they are that market maker, right? They are the market, to where they get listed on an exchange, and that's considered the same way. Even if they get delisted from another platform, they're still listed on this platform. So I think every platform will do it differently. Maybe there'll be a standard process to where they have their own, delist zone or innovation zone or something, right? Where I feel like it's not going to be a certain value that it has to maintain, but it's just going to be because anything could be labeled at a certain market cap. Since it's not a business, it's not going to be considered a business. Anything could have a different price depending on how many coins are actually out there, how much of the supply is out there. So if you have trillions of coins, it's probably going to be to a point to where you can't have more than like 1 quadrillion coins, or can't have more than like a certain amount of trillion coins, because at a certain point it gets to be a little ridiculous with the amount of coins that are out there. Like, why even make that a thing? Why even make that a possibility to have that many coins that are out there? I guess the only thought process would be to find a way to decrease that supply and create more of a deflationary project, from the max amount of coins that you can start at. So it's not something that sits with me well, when it comes to putting all those coins out there. That's why I like ones that have at max single digit trillion coins, but I still don't even like the fact that those are in the trillions. This is why I kind of brought the split conversation back to the forefront, right? with Terra Luna Classic, because if you get it back to billions or hundreds of billions or tens of billions, it now brings it in the conversation of getting back to a dollar easily, rather than, or at least getting back to a dollar, what we can believe can get back to a dollar. Seeing it at a $58 billion market cap and being at a dollar. So no, I don't feel like it will be a certain value or a certain price, but maybe a certain market cap. That could be the possibility. Brave browser only works for PC computers and Android phones. It won't work for iPhones. For anyone who wants to try it, well, that's good because I don't have iPhones and I don't really like iPhones. Um, uh, Follow the, oh, okay. I was gonna say follow the live creator. That's me. Thank you for following, Uncle Rio. I appreciate it. We got 38 people here. I didn't think this was gonna be the most popular title that you would have out there, but it is something that we do need to talk about eventually. Where do you see XRP going price wise once the lawsuit is over? I've done some research and XRP has tremendous potential. Well, there's a lot of levels that people believe that XRP can get to, right? And I love hearing the predictions, especially the ones that are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Where people are like, it can get to $100,000, $200,000, which uh, I'm not gonna say it can't. I'm just saying it's a difficult thing to really process to say that this will get to, hundreds of thousands of dollars, which would be trillions of dollars worth of market cap, because it doesn't burn fast enough. Even though XRP does burn, it doesn't burn fast enough to really have that be a factor in the overall market cap there. So I'm pushing for levels of $10 and levels around there, right? Either above or below, because I feel as though yes, it can make an impact, and even seeing it with what does it have 39? Let's actually go over here. What does it have 39 billion or 50? Sorry, 50 billion in supply. So it has 50 billion in supply, and honestly, looking at a $2 price is a $100 billion market cap. But we can see this get to this level. It has been to that level. So where can it go from there? 200 billion, 300 billion. Is it something that's actually going to have a ton of value in the value that they say it's going to have, right? And yes, I'm pushing for these higher values, but know that I will make moves on the way up. Up to a dollar, up to $2, up to $3. I will make moves, just because, I'm looking at this position, and I'm looking at it as an investment, not just as like, oh, well, this, I'm going to hold on to this for absolutely forever. I'll hold on to some for forever, probably 300 to 100 for a very, very long time, especially if we're going to see hundreds of thousands of dollars. You never really know what's going to happen. Anything could happen. So that's really what I'm looking for there. But you like Mong? I haven't looked into it, bro. I don't understand why people sleeping on Milady. Um, that sounds like a different problem. That's got to be a banger. There comes a bull run. It's super cheap right now. So I don't know. I guess I'm one of those people that's been sleeping on it as well. Because I only see the pump from what Elon Musk has said, and then a pump, a smaller pump, not up to the same level, but a smaller pump. And when you see those, right, you're seeing it, increase up to a certain level. It decreases down, but then you see that pump again where people think you're getting it for a steal, and that Elon Musk is going to mention it again. Now, if he does, or if he does consistently mention it, then it could be something that continues to run, kind of like what you saw with Dogecoin. But with one mention, it's something that's, I wouldn't say losing hype, but people are seeing it as an opportunity as it's at its lows. But I don't really see it as that opportunity because it's driven off of somebody else doing something. Now I just don't see the rest of that. But that's just me. I'm not saying that you won't be able to see your investment grow at certain levels, but um, I don't see a large jump to that in the bull run. But You know, anything could happen. That's just me. Again, I'm not going to sit here and try and downplay your position. I use Brave browser on my MacBook Pro as we speak, and my phone and Windows PC. All three linked to Uphold Wallet. So just collecting BAT and converting it to XRP or lunch free money or free lunch money. FTX planning doesn't mean they actually will launch it. True. Very, very true. Do you honestly believe Pepe can hit $1? When did I ever say that? Pepe to $1 is not the level that we really want to be focusing on, but I know that's the main focus, and that's always the question that I get. It's like, do you believe Pepe can hit $1? And do I believe it can? Yes. Do I believe that the potential to hit $1 is very, very difficult and highly unlikely? Yes. Are there other factors that would have to come into play in order for it to hit $1? Yes. But is it going to hit $1? Probably not. I'm pretty sure that you're just looking for certain market cap levels, and even at some of these market cap levels, you would have to see trillions upon trillions of dollars for it to hit $1. It's just too much. Now, again, anything could happen because there is a team behind Pepe. There is somebody running the Twitter account. This is not like Shiba Inu to where you don't have someone really behind it. You have someone behind it. It is an anonymous person, right? But you have someone behind it. It's not like Shiba Inu to where you have a community and it seems like just the community leads Shiba Inu, and then you have this ecosystem dev team that wanted to take control. But you have somebody that's technically in control, but they're just like anonymous, right? So anything could happen with Pepe. I'm not going to lie. Anything could happen. I mean, Lunac, but clearly I need to eat something. Oh, as I said, lunch. I understand. If you don't feel it, it's okay. I don't get mad. Yeah, again, that's just my opinion. One person's opinion should definitely not be how you live your investing career and life. You should take 10% of what people say, and then 90% should be your decision. And if not, it should be 95%. You want to hear what people say, hear them out and what they are looking at, especially with analysis and all that stuff. But it's all about your decision. If you see a time to be profitable, then you see a time to be profitable. And if it's not, you end up losing in the situation, you learn from it. It's a win-win either way. One, you lose money. It depends how much money you lose, but you still learn from the situation. You put it in your title in your video. Yeah, I know. Because that was the conversation. That's always the question that I had. It's not about like questioning if we should talk about it. I'm saying that's always the conversation that everybody wants to have. When in reality, it's not about hitting that dollar level. It's about hitting a certain market cap level. Because even though I put it in the title of my video, that's just the start of the conversation. It's just like you asking the question. That's the start of the conversation. It's there and it's now the title of this conversation. But it doesn't mean that I'm telling you that it's going to hit a level of $1. So, anyways, let me quickly talk about, I guess, what's happening with FTX. So FTX begins talks, and this is begins talks to relaunch international crypto exchange. So it's not really saying, you're doing anything on the U.S. side, but bankrupt FTX is moving ahead with efforts to revive its flagship international crypto exchange. The Wall Street Journal reported on Wednesday, citing CEO John Ray. The company has begun the process of soliciting interested parties to reboot to the reboot of the FTX exchange, Ray said, according to Journal's report. The failed crypto company has been holding talks with investors about backing a potential restart of the FTX.com exchange through structures such as joint venture. The report added, citing people familiar with the discussions. Lawyers for FTX did not immediately respond to the Reuters request for comment. In November, FTX filed a Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in the United States following its spectacular collapse that sent shivers through the digital asset industry, which did pretty much hit very, very hard. In the days leading up to the failure, customers of Sam Bankman-Fried, a crypto exchange, withdrew billions of dollars, hobbling the firm's liquidity. A rescue deal with Revival Exchange, Binance, also fell through. So obviously we know all the different detail. I don't even know why I went in that, but we went. So for FTX to revive, right? I'm just thinking about what investors would do. Not only like just seeing it, them in discussions and actually seeing the revival of it. What would you do as an investor? Because it's all about the investors, the people that are buying into, this exchange, that are taking their money and trusting the exchange. There's still, I think, a lot of people that don't want to trust exchanges. Some people that don't know about what happened with, FTX and different exchanges, various exchanges. And they're out there. And if you tell them about it, like, well, is my money safe? Then that's when they start questioning it. So it's definitely questionable whether people will trust FTX again, whether it's international or US. So I don't know. I would say I wouldn't trust it. I didn't buy on that platform. I did have an account. I was very close to doing something with it because everybody was talking about how FTX may be more reliable than Coinbase. You might want to go into FTX and do this and all that. And I'm glad I didn't, because I would have lost everything that I had in there. So I don't know where the trust would be. I don't know if you'll see trust blossom, but we'll see. Pepe and Milady are connected and both have some big behind them. Someone big behind them. Did way too much short period. Did way too much in a short period of time. So yeah, I think you're right. You can have a connection in a way. But just because something does have full connection, like if you look at Coinbase, you'll see a lot of things that are connected to certain projects, and whenever something moves, you'll see another thing that moves, and they have that connection there. But just because something has a connection, I want to look at all sides. Honestly, I'm not trying to really tell you that Milady is horrible or anything like that. But just because you want to look at all sides, but just because something does move doesn't mean that another thing is going to move. The reason that Milady did move was not because of Pepe. It was because of, one, the hype that was built around like meme positions, right? But then also the reason why it did move was because of Elon Musk. It wasn't because of anything else but that. And then the hype that's built behind it is because people are getting kind of a little push behind, like kind of being pushed articles that are saying, hey, Elon Musk decided to tweet about this, and they're finally being pushed that article. And now they're like, yeah, you know what? I'll invest into this. It's at its lows. It's at a low point. And anytime you do see something at a lower point, you know that it can have potential to run. But we'll see. We'll see how everything shakes out with Milady. I know there's a lot of people that have mentioned it. So if you're creating hype and you're consistently talking about it, maybe you'll see more and more investors that get into it, and more investors means more gains in the bull run. So I'm sure you're excited. No, I was saying because brand new projects to be listed on top tier exchanges. I wouldn't touch FTX, not even with a 10-foot pole. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that'll probably say the same. We have 9 viewers over on Twitch, and we have 55 followers at the moment. Let's see. Will Jasmine get locked up in the fourth quarter as promised? I hope so. I don't have any control over this, so I really hope we do see Jasmine, get that lockup. But honestly, I don't know. I can't tell you if it's 100% true that it will happen, but it really all depends on what the project does. I'm excited for it either way, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, we got a fly in here. Here we go. Somewhere. I'll get him. Don't start this now. I got 528K Jasmine. I really want to get more, but it's not in my budget to get more. Yeah, I mean, I would love to have 500,000. So you're sitting in a spot that I would love to be at. 500,000 Jasmine. That's huge. Um, Yo, what's good? Yo. Thank you for being here, Too Brisky. Can I give you all my money and you make me money? No, I'm not gonna do that. Uh, Coins are mid. Interesting. It's all about NFTs. Really? It's all about NFTs? I would say that NFTs has lost a lot of hype right now. I still believe NFTs do have a lot of hype and some provide value, but I think you know, honestly, NFTs right now are mid. Uh, Eventually, you'll look back into what NFTs are. Like you can also classify as virtual land as an NFT, which I consider having a great amount of value in the future. Right now, not so much. Um, so why aren't your links working? What links? The links on Kick or links on YouTube? With utility purpose, trillions will run through. Yeah, with purpose, yes. You will see utility run through. I would agree with that in some way. We have 3,000 likes over on TikTok. So thank you guys for watching. And we can't have any likes on Kick or Twitch, but I do appreciate you guys being here. We have 9 viewers over on or 11 viewers over on Kick. If you guys want to join me over on Kick, feel free to do so. You have a chance to win $50 worth of BNB. The first 75 followers on Kick have a chance to win 50 BNB. That's 2 out of 75 people. Those are great odds. I mean, you're gonna have people that don't get it, but they're great odds. It is by random. So, and it won't be something that I reach out to you in the comment section. It'll be something that I go through live. So, do you think Jasmine can hit $1? I'm very bullish on it. I think it definitely can. It has a lot more potential to do so because especially if we see a lockup. But right now, even with 48 billion coins, which has increased, by the way, there has been a little bit of dilution. So even with 48 billion coins, I think it still has a possibility to get there, right? You're looking at now, you would have to see this be damn near perfect, especially when we're comparing it to the last bull run where things would hit $100 billion market cap and kind of really fall back. Now, if it does have any type of fight, it's going to have, a major resistance probably, or major resistances at the heavy cents levels. So, whether it's 5, 10 cents, 45 cents, definitely getting up to that half a dollar mark. And then obviously going up to $1, you would see it fight well before it, somewhere around 75 or 80 cents. So I think it definitely has the ability to do so, but it really all depends on what the project does, innovation and all of that stuff, and whether it does hit $1. So I'm in it kind of to win it. I'm happy with I will be happy with where things are going if it does find a way to get to that level. But only time will tell, right? Volume is down by 47% today. The overall position is down by 4%. Was thinking of selling my holdings in CRO for Jasmine. I don't know about that. I have both of them. I love what CRO is doing and what I believe they're going to do, as well as seeing the potential in Jasmine. So it's whatever you want to do. I'm never really a fan of selling one position for another unless I'm selling a gain for like a certain amount that I'm gaining and leaving some that's in that position um, to put it into another project, right? If I'm capturing my initial investment and throwing it into another project that I believe can also double, and I'll capture that initial investment and so on and so forth, and have a massive crypto portfolio because of that. That's something that I would end up doing by transferring things left and right. Um, but selling CRO now will be at a loss. Yeah, see, that's not something that I would be a big fan of. Do you think Jasmine, $1 in a bull run with the lockup they're doing this year? I'm very bullish on it. Um, well, one, like I said, I hope that they do, that lockup. I hope that that's 100% fact that's going to happen. Um, but if that's the case, then yeah, I think it has a stronger chance to hit $1 because you're looking at uh, a, a 50 billion dollar market cap. Um, or if it does, like I said, do that lockup, you may be looking at a $20 billion or $30 billion market cap, right? So, yeah, I don't know why I said $100 billion. For some reason, I was thinking it was at 50 cents, and it was, I don't know. So it would really only need to get to a $50 billion market cap to get there. Nothing in my portfolio is in the green. Well, when you see the markets that are coming back so far, I understand why. Now you want to find a way to be profitable in a bear market, and I think the thing that really saved my portfolio, one was I have to give props to the Lunatics tokens launch because I made like I think like $2,000 off of that launch, which is great. But the thing that saved my portfolio, in the end, um, was Terra Luna Classic, right? Because investing $43 was the best decision I've ever made. I could have said, no, I don't want to invest anything in there because my $500 was denied. But because I invested $43, I was able to turn that into so much more. And at one point, again, it was worth $30,000. So seeing a total of $30,000 in just one position brought my overall crypto balance up to like 90,000 at one point. Um, and it was phenomenal to be able to see that. Um, but the problem with that, um, and it didn't stay for long, right? It only happened for a very short period of time. But the problem with that is that you have a large majority of your portfolio now in one position. But I'm okay with that, especially since I only invested $43. I'll keep going back to that. I will. Good morning, blue collared crypto edu. Thank you for being here. Nothing. When are you going to start the movement for exchanges to burn Shiba? I don't know. So anytime I try and start a movement like that, there's always people that decide, or a ton of people that decide to shoot it down. Like, hey, that won't work. Um, it we don't really want to see burns. There are people that still are not a fan of the fact that Shiba Inu is burning, and they're like, I don't want to see Shiba Inu burn. I just want to see utility. And it's like, I understand where you're coming from. That utility is a strong thing that we need to have. It's an important thing that we need to have. Um, but it's not the most important thing right now in crypto. That's not where the money is, right? The money is in creating the concept for utility, but not putting all of your money into utility. Um, but for Shiba Inu, burning down that supply would be the best situation that we can have if the community came together and said, look, these exchanges that it's launched on, let's burn. That would be fantastic, but I don't know what to do here. So I can try and, put out maybe a video to talk about it. I kind of want to play golf today. I hope it's like a little bit sunny so that so that all the rain can dry because it's been raining for like 5 days straight at this point, and I'm a little upset, a little I don't know. My shoulder hurts because I did shoulders the other day, and I didn't work out my rotator cuff like I'm supposed to, so it's kind of sore, like very very sore around the rotator cuff. So it's whenever I do chest and I do shoulders, I need to work it out. If I don't, those are things that old people say. Uh, you need to make sure you stretch. You gotta make sure you stretch that one part of your body before you work out. Which, I mean, you should be stretching. Some people say you stretch afterwards, but that's a whole nother conversation. Um, Caught some rain out here in Arkansas as well. Do you get a lot of rain or do you not get a lot of rain? Um, Absolutely glad, bro. Glad to be here. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you appreciating this live stream or multiple live streams that are going on. A whole lot. You get a whole lot of rain. Yeah, I don't like getting a lot of rain because then you can't really schedule anything. Like we have like a family get together, one of the first family get-togethers that we've had in a while, in a long time, at my house. So I'm scheduling it knowing that we have a lot of yard space and we have a lot of people that are coming. But if we had a lot of rain, that kind of will put a damper on things, and then we'll have to all be kind of inside, which is not a problem. We have space inside. It's just um, the amount of people grows and grows. So the more space, the more places you have for people to sit, the better. Which would be, you know, um, outside because we have tables and we have deck furniture, and then we have other tables we can put up with other chairs, but we can't really fit that inside. We would like to keep that outside. So would love some rain. A heat index here in Texas is 115 degrees. All right, that's a little hot. We just need perfect weather. Can we just get perfect weather everywhere? That'd be great. Matt, don't miss out on a great project. Havoc. Uh, has don't amazingly in or has done amazingly in the last 7 days. Check it out if you in your free time. Yeah. Would you say it is Havoc? I'll have to look at it. I always get great suggestions from subscribers and viewers and all that stuff. I appreciate you guys for doing that. What kind of utility does Jasmy really have? I'm not really familiar with the coin. So right now it's about a data. It's about data. So it's not really. It's more in like the innovation stage. So if you look at a lot of other cryptocurrencies, right? Cryptocurrencies out there don't really have a massive use case right now or a use at this point. But eventually they will create something and build upon that use case in depth. Like you have certain ones that do have a massive use case like Ethereum or ADA or trying to think of some other Cosmos, some ones that are big players right now, but other ones that are more in like the innovation stage or lack of utility, basically seeing what the process of it is, then you can end up seeing that growth in utility. But if you wanted to know all about Jasmy Coin, I mean, you can literally go on Coin Market Cap and break that down. So Jasmy's platform was built to restore and protect this sovereignty, I can't even say that word, of individual data by combining Internet of Things technology, which is going to be a huge sector within, or seeing a huge sector of what people predict could be worth trillions of dollars with blockchain technology and giving users full control over their personal information. The main goal of the project is to establish and secure environment on the platform where users can exchange data in the trustless manner between Internet of Things devices, computers, cars, phones, and and decentralized protocols. So for anything that you do have there, and you're saying computers, phones, cars, but it goes farther than that. Like even thinking about the Internet of Things sector and how far it does go, Internet of Things, right, means that you have internet. Let's just simplify it, internet within things. So while you're looking at in the past and you have a printer that doesn't have um any type of internet connection, and now a printer has an internet connection, right? You look at my fridge that's upstairs and it has internet connection. It's like the things you wouldn't have thought would have a connection end up having an internet connection and are connected to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or whatever for some reason. And you wouldn't think that it would be necessary. Like I wouldn't think that a fridge would need internet at all. I wouldn't think a fridge would need Wi-Fi. But then now that I look at it, I'm like, I like this. I don't really have to put a ton of pictures on there. I can put pictures wherever I want to. If I wanted to connect, I don't have to keep an Alexa. Do I have her hooked up? No, I don't. I don't want to keep. I don't have to keep an Alexa in the kitchen if I don't need to, or I don't need to do it because I have, the screen on there. I can play music within there, and it's not necessarily saying that it's a necessity, but it's something that I wouldn't think would even be used, but it is used quite frequently. If I wanted to look in the fridge without opening it, I could, knock on the fridge and see what's actually in the fridge. I kind of like the LG one a lot better than the Samsung one because the Samsung one has a camera, um, but the LG one is like transparent. So if you knock into it, you can see everything that's in there by a transparent view of your fridge. But for the Samsung one, they're taking a picture of what's in the fridge. So it's kind of only limited to like two shelves rather than seeing everything. So it's kind of weird. I've used both of them and I kind of like the LG one a little bit better. I just don't like the functionality of it because it's not a screen, right? It's not something where you can do anything extra besides look into the fridge. So it's just like a fridge with a window. Um, so anyways, uh, my bag not having, wait, my bag not back. I hate autocorrect. Guys, we have 47 people here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell if you guys are interested in, you know, being a part of this channel and seeing what this channel is all about. I did want to also look into FTT token as we're talking about FTX. People could have made money from this from the lows, right? The lowest point for this position, if you look at it in the last year, was 77 cents. And no one would have thought that, we would see it, massively or sorry, increase off of those levels because FTX is gone. But this just shows you that cryptocurrencies never really die, right? It depends on if people are seeing it as an investment, if people are seeing it that you can, invest heavily into it. Now, do people believe that it's going to get back to $32 or $25? There are some people that believe that, but you also have to understand that things were heavily diluted. So I kind of wanted to talk to that, or make a video on that. No, there we go. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to give a little um, blurb to FTT token or FTX token, but FTT as the coin symbol. Let's go back here to the crypto market and let's see what Twitch and Kick are saying. So we got 2 people on Twitch. We have 8 people that are on Kick. How will I know if I win? Watching on Kick and YouTube. So I will do a live stream. So the live stream, I will let people know on Twitch that I'm doing like or sorry, not Twitch. I'll let people know on um Twitter that I am doing a live stream, but you want to stay active. If you are not on the live stream at that time, so when we hit 75, it should be soon because we only have 20 more followers left. Um, will I will let you know when I'm doing a live stream, and I will let you know multiple times on YouTube that I am doing the live stream, but it's only for the first 75 followers. So I will get a list of those 75 followers. We will randomize them, and then we will go about our day. I'm your 55th follower. Is wait, 5 is my lucky number. Well, you got 2 of them. I think the next bull run after this coming one will be the biggest run. So you think the next bull run after this bull run that we will see, which will be probably you think a minor bull run, we'll see the largest bull run we've ever seen in the next one after that. That's a good take. I don't know what's really backing it. If it's just like I just believe it, or you actually have a lot of information that's backing that statement. Yes, I'll be on Kick. I won't be on YouTube at that time. I'll be on Kick doing the live stream. But I will let people know that I'm going to do the live stream on a certain day. So I'll announce it for like maybe 2 days, and then I'll do the live stream, and then it'll only be on Twitch and Kick because Twitch really leads my Streamlabs. So it'll be on Twitch and Kick for whoever the winners are. But you have to be on Kick in order to accept the 50 BNB, which I can easily send. So if we have, hopefully we have 75 to 100 people or however many Kick followers we have at that time, my toilet paper dispenser is Wi-Fi. You get 5 sheets per. Everything is Wi-Fi. It seems like everything is connected to the internet, and things you wouldn't think would be connected to the internet actually have value being connected to the internet. Like, uh, people thought that phones were ridiculous to have internet connection, but then it was pretty interesting to a lot of people. And now you still have, older people that don't use their phone maybe the way that it's supposed to be used. They'll still go to the computer to look up things when they have their smartphone right in front of them. And I will be like, look, you can go to Google and type in like, who is this person, or whatever. I just want to make millions so I don't have to work and I can leave the money in the money market account, get paid by the bank, and stay home with my daughter and wife and be there for them. So honestly, I don't think just leaving your money in a money market is the right way to go. Maybe a certain portion of it so that it's easily accessible there, but you probably should put your money into places to where it's going to gain a little bit more, right? Index funds. Put it into some mutual funds to where you'll feel like you'll gain 2-3%, maybe 4 or 5%, depending on where you're investing at. And then you can use that money and live off of whatever that percentage is. But a money market, you might only have like a max of like 1% that you end up gaining, if that. So it depends where you're investing. Honestly, there's probably some money markets where you can gain a little bit more, but it's not as consistent. It's something that's ever changing. But with certain things that you're investing into in the markets that are more consistent movers, like ETFs and things, I feel as though you gain a lot more value at those, and you can keep your money in there, and it will probably go above or below whatever you invested. But the point is that you always keep that amount that's in there, that same amount of shares or same amount of whatever you're investing into. It could be coins. So same amount that you have invested in there, and then you just take out the excess for your own personal use. So bank offers 2% after 150K. Yeah, so you can probably get an average of 10% return investing into over the last like 30 years, an average of a 10% return per year investing into the S&P 500. So It's it's not it's a great plan to have, even though you may end up seeing the S&P 500 at a certain level and it looks low. It's still higher compared to previous years and previous years before that and previous years before that. You can see the growth of the S&P 500, and you're doing something consistently and kind of um, doing what the big players do. You let it sit, you set it and forget it, and then you're just collecting the interest. Altcoin run, then crash, and parabolic bull run after. Interesting take. Now, have you heard of something called Air Gem staking platform? Is it any good, or can you check it out? Um, the return is what 1.5, is it 1.5% or 15% a day? 15% a day sounds a little ridiculous. Um, but no, I haven't heard of Air Gem. Is it on Coin Market Cap? I don't see that. I don't know. Let me go see if I could cheer that little child up. Give me a second. I'll still be online, still be here for a while actually. So just give me a second. Let me see if I can go cheer this lady up. Got 11 people here just watching a chair. 11 people watching a chair. Um, so airgeminvestment.ldt. Second. Airgeminvestment.ldt. Um, website looks pretty good. Let's see, a profitable platform for high margin travel investment. Registered users, 12,000, total withdrawn, total investment. Airgem Investment LDT, a private financial company specializing in travel investment. Our system is risk-free thanks to the development and improvement of semi-automatic system of rates. We upgraded our automatic system so that the last step before the rate is now done by our operators. So why choose us? So you can manage your investments from anywhere, either from home or workplace. I'll have to look into this a little bit more. I don't want to take too much time out of everybody else's schedule to look into this, but I will. I'll give it a look, um, and give you my opinion on it a little bit. The chair was very inspiring while you were away. It's good to hear. That's good to hear. Uh, don't forget your disclaimer. What disclaimer? Not financial advice. Yeah, I mean it's sort of a given at this point that everything that I tell you about, um, it should be taken very, very lightly. 10% of what I say should really go into whatever your decision ends up being. But ultimately, you end up pulling that trigger. 90% of that decision is yours, based on a lot of the other research that you do, not just me. I'm not the end all be all when it comes to just crypto information. There's a lot more out there. There's a lot more articles. I would love to do a ton more when it comes to just going through some articles and things that are happening in the news, which I do plan on doing on TikTok. So if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, feel free to do so. While I'm doing all these live streams about cryptocurrency, it makes sense for me to do, what's happening within the news of crypto. And just give you a little bit more of a breakdown, a little bit more of an understanding and some more news. And I feel like, um, going through this news that's on maybe a different website or whatever websites, um, will help me understand what's happening in crypto a little bit more as well. Because sometimes I don't even check the news and I'm just looking at certain positions that I'm invested in, which is okay. But I would love to know more about what's specifically happening in crypto today, you know? And we'll do a lot more of that. 3 people on Twitch watching the chair as well. That's how much we appreciate you, big guy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for saying that. Now 4 people on Twitch. Um, and 8 people on Kick, and then we got about 60 people on YouTube. So again, appreciate you guys for being here. Me personally, I don't mind putting a million in there and talking around 20K a month for doing that. Um, so you putting a million into a um, let's say money market. Is that what you're saying? So you put a million into a money market and you get 2% of that. So if you're looking at that, it's most likely 2% annually. It's not 2% monthly. That would be a little ridiculous for um, that company or the institution, whatever banking system you're going through. So it's 2% annually, not 2% monthly. Um, so like if you look at how much you're gaining annually over an index fund, or in an index fund, if you're gaining an average of 2 or 10%, you're looking at $100,000 in a year. If you're talking about investing, in a money market that's 2% and you're putting $1 million in there, if you're gaining 20K per month, you're gaining $120,000, or sorry, not even that. You're gaining $240,000 per year off of $1 million, which doesn't make sense. Um, so it's probably 2% per year, an annual return. No, 2% monthly. You're gaining 2%. That sounds like a loss. You're getting 2% of your 150K per month. That sounds like I mean, if it is true, then go for it. That's huge. I've never seen that. Matt, you're sleeping on Caspa gains. It'll be big during the bull run. I don't disagree with you. I don't know where Caspa is right now, and if it is at a lower point, then yes, I can make a move into it because I do feel like Caspa has some hype behind it, but I'll have to look into it a little bit more, research it a little bit more before I make that decision. And again, like I said, just like I tell you that the decision is 90% yours and 10% other information, that's the same way here, right? The decision for me is 90% me and should be 10% other people. So I try not to let people talk me in or out of a position, because if they end up doing that, then I end up making the wrong decision. Every time that I've done that, I've made the wrong decision. Um, because the one that I'm thinking of is Tesla, where I was gonna wait to buy it at a lower level, and it did go lower. I would have made $400 per Tesla share that I bought, which honestly would have been a decent amount, thousands of dollars. Um, or when I think of it, you know, Solana, um, I could have. This is where it's kind of the opposite way, where I was looking to make an investment at $26. I just forgot about it. I think it was 26. At $26 before it rose to about 200 plus dollars, and I didn't make that move. I was also looking to make an investment, earlier, or sorry, later, and it was said that it was too much of a gain. So I was like, I won't make that investment then. And it did end up going to 200. So I had two chances to do that. Um, but then there's also another play that I can't remember what it is at this point because I just lost my train of thought. But basically, I don't let people talk me in or talk me out of investments anymore. Quant was the next one. I was supposed to invest at $43 and I didn't. Someone talked me out of it. Imagine back in the day when the interest was 12%. Yeah, now 99% of your decision, 99% is your decision, and 1% is mine. You were my third financial advisor. That's not that's not how that goes at all. 99% is my decision. I hope that's not true. I hope that's a joke. Um, yeah, highly doubt that. 2% a month. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. You might want to look at that again. Because like you look at I know what certain things like you're probably looking at an APY of 2%, but you're seeing the rewards or whatever you're getting I can't even think of the term. You're seeing the gains within the month. So it looks like it's 2% a month, but if you do the math, it's 2% over the year, depending on what you are holding there. So it's on a monthly, you're being paid on a monthly basis, but based on the fact that you would be holding 100, and let's say if you hold 150,000 and you decide to add to it every single month, you're paid on what it would be if you ended up gaining that same percentage on the money that you have there. That's typically how it goes. It's 2% for the year, then divided by 12. You would get around 2,200 per month with 1 million. Yeah, I was gonna ask, my next question was what what bank do you use? Which I don't know if it's a personal question for some people, because I know people don't like to give out what bank they use, depending on if somebody would go, "Hey, I'm going to, get all your banking information because now I know where you're banking. I have your routing number. All I need is your checking account number because I know where you're banking." Um, so I always think that maybe some of these things are more personal questions than anything, but it's more of like an interest type of thing. Like, I'm very interested in seeing what institution would pay 2% per month. Matt, do you think Pepe flips both SHIB and Doge next bull run? No, I don't think that. Um, I think Doge just has too much strength, too many investors. Um, I think the closest thing to doing that has done that was Shiba Inu. But Dogecoin still, even though it doesn't really have a utility at all, but people want to apply a utility there, you have one leadership team in front of your face, as well as a large community that's behind it, which is something you don't have with a lot of projects. Um, Pepe has a leadership team, but the leadership team is kind of like behind your back because you don't know who they are and who that main person is, but you know that there is one. But then you also have a community that's behind it. So it's kind of early stages to say whether it's going to, um, you know, take over like Doja's spot or Shib's spot or, one up them in any way. But I don't think so. I think they have too much strength, and Pepe doesn't look like it's growing as much to kind of get to that level. Right? You're still seeing 100,000. I would expect to see, like I said, 200, 300,000 holders within the project, and you're seeing 124,000. At this point, as it is hitting like lower levels, or it did hit lower levels, you expected more investors, which you didn't really get more investors. So I don't think it flips it, but I do think it becomes very, very valuable in the bull run. Um, because I think Shiba Inu will still find a way to reach back up to 20, 30, 40, $50 billion market cap, as well as Dogecoin probably being up in the 80s to 90s, or even surpassing the $100 billion market cap. I was on the phone with them because I didn't believe it at first, and the lady said the same thing to me. Uh, Eastern bro, it's 0.9 under 10K, 1% at 100K, and 2% after 150. Again, we'll have to. You said it's a credit union. um, I don't know. I'm trying to find it. Uh, V. I hope I'm saying that right. V Star or Vistar, uh, credit union. Let's see. Credit union money market account review. A money market account offered by the credit union. A credit union founded in 1952, based in Jacksonville, Florida. The credit union money market account are available in one state across the U.S. uh, Very high annual percentage yield. This account offers an annual percentage yield of up to 0.4%. That's probably not right. It's probably different for the different rates that you said. For some reason, it's saying 0.4%, and um, maybe they have different rates that you're looking at. But what I'm seeing online, and again, it's probably not correct. It's 0.2% to 0.4% annual. Is it in? It's based in Jacksonville, Florida. I don't understand how Pepe has no utility and still you see it move a lot more than Shib and Doge. Shib has a metaverse, Shibarium, and really active, but would cause an explosion on Shib. So I don't see it moving more than Shib. I don't know where you're getting that from. I don't see it moving a lot more than Shib. I see percentage wise moving quite a bit because if you see Shiba Inu, it's already at a what $4 to $5 billion market cap. Um, so seeing that position move by a 4x would make it at a $20 billion market cap. But then Pepe, currently sitting at about a 500 to $600 million market cap, has the ability to grow to a 5 or maybe even $10 billion market cap, which would be less than where Shiba Inu is, but percentage wise, you would be gaining a lot more in that level. But I want to let you know that none of them have utility. Um, Doge, Shib, or Pepe have utility. Shibarium is not created for Shiba Inu, and it will never be created for Shiba Inu. It's created to use Shiba Inu as a pawn, but the real prize for them is Bone, right? Bone gains all the value because they're using it as a form of payment, using it as a gas fee, right? You have to hold it in order to trade on Shibarium if you're going to use Shibarium, and that all depends if people are going to trade. Yes, you have a burning feature for Shiba Inu, but it doesn't seem to like it's going to have a major impact for Shiba Inu at all, um, especially at lower levels in the beginning stages where you may not see as much volume. Um, so it all depends how big Shibarium gets, but there's no use case for Shib at all. There's never been a use case, and I think that's where the community falls short. We've been trying to create some sort of a use for it and being able to, or not even a use, sometimes just being able to burn Shiba Inu through different businesses, but a use has never been established. So majority of cryptocurrency don't actually have a use right now. They have a concept for use cases, but they don't actually have a use. The only ones that really have uses are probably BNB, Ethereum. You're gonna see like uh, ones that really um, coins that lead a blockchain, right? So ones that you're using as a form of payment, or a you look at an exchange coin, and maybe that will have more of a use case. But a lot of cryptocurrencies don't actually have a use for the actual currency as a form of currency. Um, so, not saying that Pepe will move more than Shiba Inu or Doge. Percentage wise, it may end up moving more, especially where both Doge and Shib are, right? Doge is closer to 10 billion, which would be, a 10x return. While you're seeing Pepe, that could potentially have, a 10x return, if not a lot further than that, up to maybe a $10 billion market cap or something like that. Um, so, again, I'm not saying that one is better than the other. When I made the account, it's different. It's more. Yeah, I would imagine it's probably a little bit more, but it's still saying an annual percentage yield. Annual percentage yield means that you're looking at a yearly amount and then you're dividing it by 12 based on that amount that you're holding in that account. So if you're holding $1 million, or let's say $100,000, it's based on that amount for that month, divided by 12, basically. Um, but then if you increase that amount to 200,000, well, now the second month is based on the amount that you have in there divided by 12, right? So that's where it stands. So it looks like it is an annual percentage yield. You are paid per month, but it's not 2% or whatever percentage it is per month. It's annual. So you may want to get a full explanation of that, because they would lose money if they did that. If any bank or institution was paying 2%, even if it's over 150,000, that's even worse, because then everybody would try and go there and gain the 2% per month. They would lose money. just want to make sure that you're making the right decision when you end up gaining whatever you gain and you put it in the right place. Yes, you can put 150,000 in the money market if you feel as though it's necessary, and then you can have, if you have millions of dollars that you're gaining from certain cryptocurrencies, but then throw some into some index funds, some ETFs that are either paying you a dividend or something like that, right? Algorithm? What about the algorithm? Hey Matt, I was wondering if you use Binance US. I don't use Binance US. I was thinking about it. I think I might have an account, honestly, but I don't think I'm using Binance US. What's going on with Homer Pepe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like going through a lot of things that kind of use a play on words of other popular positions. Oh, just commenting for the YouTube algorithm, that's all. Oh, I appreciate it. I thought you meant like you're viewing this video because the algorithm hit you or something. If anyone else does, are you wait? If anyone else does, are you seeing if you see many tokens as not being listed? I if anyone else does trade on Binance.us, are you seeing if you see many tokens as not being listed? Oh, so you're looking for coins that are listed. Jay Patterson Sr., thank you for following. I appreciate that. Tell us, please, so we can invest. That's that's good return. Yeah. Again, I don't think it's 2% per month, because if that's the case, I would go over there right now. Like I would. It's primarily in Florida, but I don't. Maybe I can make an account online. I've been in Florida a couple of times. Does that count? Yeah, they might have changed like the whole system because it doesn't mention like a tier system at all. So they might have changed the whole system, but it says 0.4%. And if they do offer the 2%, it's definitely on $150,000, but per year. That would mean that if you were investing $1 million, you know, I'm gonna call him again. Yeah, you should probably do that, and put emphasis on the fact that if it's an APY, if they'd say it's an APY, that's annual percentage yield. If it's a, which I've never heard of, um, an MPY, right, a monthly percentage yield, that will be a a bigger a bigger statement than anything. And I would tell everybody that lives in Florida to go and do that. Oh, you know what's crazy? This credit union is not FDIC insured. It's insured by NCAU, but not FDIC insured. So if you have $150,000, they may not be liable to even pay you back. So you might want to be careful with that. Because if you put $1 million into their money market account, they might not have to pay you back if they go bankrupt. Wait, oh, here we go. Are your money market accounts for VidStar federally insured? Yes. Oh, your money accounts are insured up to $250,000. Okay, with National Credit Union Administration, so it's liable up to $250,000 with NCUA. Anyways, we're talking about this bank a lot, trying to help you out with a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna call him again. But literally, that's what the lady said because I asked a lot. Some people behind the scenes don't know that. There's a lot of people in banking that I know don't know what APY means. They think there are people in banks, there are people in sales, in car sales that don't know about certain interest. But there's a lot of people that don't know um, what APY means, and they get it confused. Like a lot of people, what they'll say is like, do I get paid monthly within this percentage? And they'll say yes, you get paid monthly, but what they probably meant was that you get paid monthly based on a factor of it, right? Where it's 2% of whatever you have or whatever you have invested divided by 12 to give you the yearly amount. Or you should just move here to Florida, live the good life, um, but get this bank. I don't know. But what's Elmo ERC's price? Yeah, what is Elmo ERC's price? Go ahead and check that. The Elmo ERC is currently at 1.3 cents. It's at a $3 million market cap. You're seeing 700 or almost $800 million $800,000 in volume. But total, when you look at the asterisks, you're looking at about $1 million in volume here. Total supply, you're looking at 368 million, 368 million coins. The volume to market cap ratio is still high, 22%, almost 23%. You're also seeing that there's an increase in holders at 2,600. I feel like this is slowly getting to the level that it should get to, but you're seeing a consistent amount of volume per day, $1 million in volume per day. It's fantastic to see that at this level. For a ton of people, yes, this may be a good price. Someone said it's a good price to dollar cost average on Elmo. It does look like it is a good price compared to where it has been, the high points it has been, the stability that it's had up in the 2 cent range, if not up in the 3 cent range. So I can't wait to see what this ends up being when people start looking for the next best position that's consistently decreasing, their overall supply that exchanges are working with to be a hyper deflationary position. That's finding ways to innovate in a way when it comes to the DEX side, when it comes to just trading chain versus off chain. Um, but putting more emphasis on more and more exchanges. And it seems like that's what they're doing. It's a big deal, a really, really big deal. So that's why, again, I'm a big fan of Elmo. Let's see. We got three people over on. Don't forget about being talked out of Quant. Yes, I was being talked out of Quant. That's the one that I was talking about there. $43. Um, was at that price. Thank you for reminding me, even though I that was a while ago and I did say it. We got 56 people or 56 followers over on Kick. I appreciate you guys for following again. 70 the first 75 people on Kick, or 75 people that follow on Kick, um, will be a part of that giveaway. And we'll have some other giveaways as well that come along with that. Not only for the first 75, but also maybe for the first 250 and the first 500, the first 1,000. You know, is it just me or has anyone else noticed this? Noticed what? No, I signed into Binance.us and it shows so many tokens as not being listed, like SHIB, Algo, Link, Mana, Grit. I haven't seen it because I haven't logged into it in a long time. So, um, hope maybe some other people that invest on Binance.us do see that. Binance US. Make sure everybody hits the like button for Matt. Yeah, that too. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. I don't think we've had over 100 viewers on this live stream at all, which is um, not normal. Maybe it's because of the title. It's not really one of those titles where we'll see a lot of viewers on these live streams, or people are all back to work and they don't have time to listen on these live streams because things aren't really popping in the market, right? Thank you, Trev G, for liking the live stream. We got about 5.4K likes. I think this is the most likes that we've had No. I'm lying. The most likes that we had were over 10K. So if you want to try and beat that, feel free to double tap that screen and get it above 10K and beat that goal. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, that's where Elmo ERC is. Let's check if anything else is moving, um, or is notable, right? Bitcoin, it's down about 1.35%. Ethereum is down 1%. It's at $1,859. Um, we're seeing BNB that's down 2.4% at $233. Um, it's honestly not a bad, even though that the amount that I have in my MetaMask is going down. It should be fine. I think I have like $150 worth of BNB in MetaMask. So just follow away on Kick so we can get to that giveaway already. Cardano is down about 3.5%, almost 3.6%. It's at 27 cents. Feel like Cardano has a lot of potential, a lot of growth potential. Ugh. People may not be getting notifications that you are on. I don't get them like I used to. I kept looking to see if you were on this morning. Yeah, see that's horrible. If people don't get notifications and I'm going live at different times, whether it's 6:30 or 7:30 or whatever, um, that's not really the best situation at all. So I hope people get notifications in the future. We're at 6.2K likes. Looking back at it, wow, it's crazy. 6.2K likes. Looking back at TikTok, going from what 5.2 or 5.2 to 6.3. Thank you for liking away, Trev G. You're doing all the work. I appreciate it. Anybody else want to hit that double tap the screen? Want to hit the like button? Feel free to do so. But again, Cardano, I'm holding quite a bit of Cardano. We go to my assets here. So yeah, I'm holding about $2,700 worth of Cardano right now. I have 10,000 ADA. If I see that at $1, that's $10,000, right? I'm holding, 2.5 Ethereum. I have 10,000 Krill. I have 338,000 Jasmy, which I haven't transferred the Jasmy that I have over in KuCoin over here, which should get me up to about 360 or 370,000. I would love to get to 500,000, but hopefully in due time. So yeah. All right. Well, I think we're getting close to ending the live stream. An hour, 45 minutes, something like that. I think we're starting to dial down. I want to eat some breakfast, maybe some frosted flakes or something. This live stream has been great for conversations, definitely. For the amount of people that have come through and given me maybe some content for later, some videos to create for later. That's great. Um, yeah, like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Again, follow me on Kick if you guys want a chance to win 50 BNB. Also, I feel like to get some good content. I like Kick. I like the platform that it is and everything that comes with it. So yeah, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.